I probably should start by saying that we didn't choose Mike first. I was hesitant to work with a friend. And so we went with another reputable landscaping company here in town. And the process took 3 months. And the designer, he had very fixated ideas on what he wanted my backyard to look like. And I felt like he really ignored me. So on one of the things was a playground. I have 6 kids. It was non-negotiable. The second was a staircase. The upper back deck didn't have a staircase leading into the backyard when we moved in. And the designer insisted that it be on the far side of the deck and it would be a circular, steep, long staircase. And I felt that was a safety issue. And I wanted it closer to the kitchen door, less steep, less stairs. So after 3 months, we paid the consult fee and cut ties. And so we went with Mike then. And it was an immediate difference. We sat down, he listened to all of my crazy wants for this yard, that I wanted it to be nice and sophisticated, yet totally safe for children and kids that would come to the yard. We wanted it to be a big gathering place. And so Mike helped me realize that dream with no compromises. Yes, we made some changes to the plans, but he totally took into consideration everything that I wanted and then made it happen. There's always problems in a construction job, and especially a job as large as this. In the early stages, when they were building the retaining wall, we had to have quite a few retaining walls as we leveled the land that was just a giant hill previously. And I came out on the back deck, and as I looked down at the curvature of the wall, I thought, I'd really like it to be slightly different. So I walked out, I talked to the guys, they immediately phoned Mike, he came right over. I talked to Mike, he said, you know what, you're right, we should change that. He reworked the calculations all that night, and then they were back on site fixing the wall exactly the way I wanted. And I mean, it was minor, but it really meant something to the perfectionist in me that wanted the wall 4 inches one way rather than the other. So I really appreciated that. Mike was really good with emails and phone calls. And if he didn't answer his phone right away, he would get back to you definitely within the day and as quick as he could. So I never felt like I was out of the loop. And if I came home and saw something that I wanted to change, it was really dealt with quickly. So I was very grateful for that. For after-sales service, those little things really make a difference. And he sent emails reminding me to blow out my bubbler and my water sprinkler system before the fall. And then he would remind me to check my sprinkler system in the springtime. And I appreciate those. I'm busy, 6 kids. Sometimes that stuff slips my mind. So to have that little reminder really makes a difference. Another thing is his crew was so pleasant to work with. Most of the construction was obviously done during the summer months. And so my kids were home and out on the deck and talking to the workers and around. And none of them used foul language ever. And they were always kind and courteous. And they interacted with my kids really well, which I just thought was above and beyond what a crew needed to do. And I really appreciated that. It was just enjoyable to work with Mike and his crew, and I enjoyed seeing them every day. I felt listened to. Changes are made throughout the process. I mean, you have a vision, but then when you put shovel to dirt, things can change. As things came up, they were dealt with quickly, but I never felt rushed. For instance, one day I was inside and one of the crew came in and said, I've had an idea, Karin, why don't you come out and listen? So I came out, he told me a totally different idea for the rock work steps that I had planned. And as I listened to him, I realized it was a really good idea. And so we reworked those whole rock steps. And I'm much happier with the plan as it is. It became like cathedral lighted seating. And so the relationship that I had with the crew and Mike made that possible because it was easy to be around them, easy to talk to them, easy to work with them, that we just had a good rapport that was back and forth, that we could make changes quickly and effectively to get the awesome finished product that I have. We love the fire pit. We use that a ton. And he made us a very big fire pit so that when the kids have friends over and we have family, that loads of us can sit around there. And the lighting. So again, that goes kind of with the nighttime, because in the nighttime we have all this lighting, this backlighting, and with the fire, it just makes for a really cool, fun time experiences that we have. There were also some small fixes that had to be done the following year after the project was completed and paid for. And when I phoned Mike about those, he came back early on in the spring, fixed them, no hassles. And so that gave me a really good peace of mind that he would stand by his work and come back and do those. They were just minor things, but I wasn't left hanging, and he would come back and take care of his job. Mike was very upfront about the cost estimates for the project, and even though there were changes to the plans, he always got us the change to the cost right away, and sometimes it went up and sometimes it went down, and I never felt like he took advantage of us, and he was easy to be trusted, and I felt like I was in good hands. I would definitely use them again.